Hello everyone, so today we're going to do another video for you. Going to do an old family favourite of ours anyway, macaroni cheese, or mac and cheese, so it's very simple to do. So if we just have a scan around the ingredients here. So we've got some milk, we've got a little bit of cream, and we've got butter and flour in equal parts, just plain flour. We've got some mozzarella cheese, we've got some Parmesan cheese, that's our mature cheddar cheese, and that's some macaroni that I've already cooked. There we go. And that's now cold, so that's just slightly al dente. A little bit of Liam Perrins and the Coleman's mustard. So what I'm going to do in the description, I'm going to put the recipe for you to do at home. Okay, so we're ready to cook now, so it's not going to take too long. So I'm going to be using this spatula here to make sure things don't stick and to keep things moving. You might want to use a whisk if you want to ensure there's no lumps, but you'll be okay with this. So first things first, if we come in on the pot please. So we're going to get our butter in. There we go. We just turn that up a tiny bit. So we'll get that all melted. There we go. So once that's melted, we're going to get in an equal amount of flour. As I say in the description, I'm going to give you this recipe. There we go. It's nearly melted, that'll be fine. So we move this around now. So this makes something called a roux. So it's just equal parts of fat and flour. And we just need to cook that out a tiny bit. There we go, just keep it moving. So it is just a basic white sauce really. But what we need to do is we need to get rid of that floury taste. And the cooking will do that. So yeah, we tend to have this at least once a week. I'm not sure if you do as well, but it's definitely something that everyone enjoys. And what do we tend to have it with? I think we have it with garlic bread, but you're probably better off having it with a salad or something, so they're not carbs on carbs. Don't have it with chips, jacket and mash. That could be too much, but very tasty. Okay, so let's start adding the milk bit by bit. So just get a little bit in there. Let it absorb all that milk. Let's turn it up a tiny bit. And it'll just suck up all that milk. And once it's done that, just take it down a bit. Always control the heat. Don't let the heat control you. Just remember you're in control. There we go, a little more. And then what we're going to have to do, once we've got all this in, we're going to have to leave it for about 12 minutes on a low heat, just to cook out that floury taste. And that will make all the difference. But there's not a lot to this dish really. It is just a cheese sauce. And we're going to give it a little bit of extra flavour with a little bit of mustard and the Liam Perrins. There we go, you can see it's no lumps in that. Quite smooth, very smooth. We're not going to season it at this stage, we'll do that a little bit later. We can get the rest of this in now, that'll be fine. So it is quite thin at this stage, but it is going to cook out, and once we get the, let me just shut that door. Oh boy. So once we get the cheese in as well, that'll thicken it as well. So now we're just going to get in our little bit of cream. Not essential, but really nice, just to enrich it. There we go. That's a good thing about these as well, you can really get everything out of your bowl. And that's it for now, so just give it an occasional stir, nice and low. There we go. just let that cook out, simmering gently for around 10 to 12 minutes, and that'll get rid of the floury taste. Okay, we're back. So this has now had about 10 minutes, so we've cooked out the floury taste. So if we're just getting a bit closer, we're going to move on to the exciting bit. So this is our cheddar cheese. We're going to add most of this. We're going to save a little bit to go on top though. I'll give these measurements later, it's all in the description. So yeah, we'll save that for our topping. So start mixing that in. There you go, so that is going to thicken it as well. Another thing, you do want it a little bit thin, because by the time you put the pasta in, you get a little bit of starch out of it. It's all going to end up a bit thicker anyway. So, Parmesan, I'm going to add all that. There you go. I'll turn this off. We don't need the heat now, that's done its job. So, just have a look here, we're going to add a tiny bit of mustard. Now we only want about half a teaspoon, and that just really brings out the flavour of the cheese. If you added a whole teaspoon, you really would taste it, you know. You don't want that. Unless you do, then you can. So, in pounds, tiny little bit. Add a little tang to it. Fresh black pepper. Purely optional, of course. My daughter doesn't like too much black pepper. So that's as far as I'll take it. Let's have a little taste. Okay, so that definitely needs a bit of salt. Tiny bit more Liam Perrins actually. And what we're also going to add, our mozzarella. Again, we'll leave a tiny little bit just going on top. So this mozzarella, it will give you a bit of a cheese pull, so when you lift it out later, it's going to be a little bit stringy, but in a good way. Okay, just get all that mixed in. That's already changed it, can you see that? There we go. There we go. Wow. That's just what we want. Just have one more taste. Can't adjust it later, so see now. Oh! Dear. I'll twizzle it around a bit. There we go. Tiny bit more salt. So we're going to now fold in our macaroni. So this is cold, we're going to heat it through as well. Heat through in the hot sauce. So get that all in there. So just gently fold it through. There we go. Still got a little bit of heat here, so that will do the job. There we go, and we're going to get it into our nice dish. So we'll take it over to this board here. There we go. So hopefully it'll all fit, I'm sure it will. There we go. Perfect. So, smooth that out a little bit on top. So on top of this is our cheddar cheese. Don't need too much. And that little bit of mozzarella we reserved. There we go, so I'm going to get this into the oven now. Okay everyone, so it's been about 15 minutes and it's all looking golden and bubbly, so let's come and have a look at it. Here we go. So before we take this over to the table, we're just going to give it 5 minutes to cool down a little bit, then it will scoop out a lot easier and it won't go everywhere. Plus you don't want it to be too hot, especially at this time of year. So I just want to say thank you to all the people that have liked and subscribed and just viewed the videos. We're going to be making many more, we're going to keep doing these. So if there's anything that you want me to make in particular, just drop me a message in the comments and I'll do my best to do it. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so as always, my daughter's going to be the taster here. So are you ready for a bit, Sophie?
Yeah.
You ready to try some?
Yeah.
So you're all mic'd up, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's working okay. A nice fluffy mic. Right, here we go. Shall we see if we get the cheese pull? Here we go. Whoa. There we go. Hey, not too bad, is it? Very nice. And just a little bit of the crispy top here. There we go. Okay, so you have a little taste of that, Sam. You could probably manage that without the knife, but is it hot? Nice.
There's loads of different cheeses in there, and it's very yummy.
Oh, thanks, Saf. You want to tell them to like and subscribe?
Oh, please like and subscribe. We always enjoy it when you do. Bye.
Bye bye, everyone. Thank you.